Powerful souls. How are you today? So, self healing and spiritual growth during chaos. I highly recommend that you listen to that, as it really gives you an idea of what's going on in the world and what we can do about it. So, I'd really like to talk to you about humanity in crisis. Humanity is in such crisis right now, given all the polarity and all the negative thought forms and negative feelings out there, that it's really uncomfortable to be in humanity at this time. That means being around a lot of people can make you feel uncomfortable. Talking to people doesn't seem right. You might feel a little off having a conversation. Driving is probably like really bad because the driving seems to just go a little crazy. So people out there are not making good decisions on the road. They're driving too fast. They're cutting everyone off. So be a little aware of that when you're out and about in your car or on a bicycle or on a motorcycle, whatever your mode of transportation is. Just be aware that that humanity is in crisis. So when humanity is in crisis, you need to be really super aware, meaning be super aware of your environment, super aware of like what you're thinking, and make sure that your thoughts are in line with something good. There's a lot of bad thoughts out there, a lot of negative emotions, a lot of negative physical and mental issues going on. So you're powerful. I can't explain this anymore to you to help you understand just what a powerful soul you are. You're not just having a third dimensional life, you're having an extraordinary soul life. But humanity is in crisis. And because you're part of humanity and I'm part of humanity and your family and friends are part of humanity, everybody's in crisis. That's fine. It's okay. You don't have to blow anything up. You can relax. You could take your time. You could think better thoughts. Don't involve yourself in the world chaos. It will destroy your spiritual growth. We want to grow spiritually. I had a mentor many, many years ago. I've been doing my work for about almost 30 years. And I had a mentor, and she said, Robin, she said, there is no limit to how much you can grow in consciousness. And I was like, wow, like I'm kind of a control freak. So when I heard that, I'm like, well, that is for me because I love the unknown. I love to investigate the unknown. That's why when I opened to channel back in 2001, um, I was so fascinated. Of course, my journey was very difficult. I'm not going to make it like it was like some beautiful thing. And I have a memoir about it. But I was just fascinated after I got through all the pain and suffering that I had to deal with because of a spontaneous opening to non-ordinary reality, which there are the good, bad, and the ugly in there. I finally realized that, wow, this is extraordinary. And I feel extraordinary being connected in that way. So I want you to be connected in that way. I teach people how to be connected in that way. I have Patreon that gives meditations on how to connect. I have things that were given to me by the other worlds, by the guides and the divine dimensional energies years ago that I had no idea that we would be actually needing them now. You need them now. Humanity is in crisis. It's time to wake up and understand that your soul wants to be informed, meaning physical form. So you're having difficulties. There's no doubt that you're having difficulties, whether it's mental, emotional, physical, or spiritual difficulties, it will be okay. We're in a time frame and an event that has been ongoing for at least 20 years. At least 20 years it started. 15, 14 years ago, it really started to rev up, meaning humanity's got more and more deeply embedded in polarity, deeply embedded in chaos, deeply embedded in crisis. So we're in crisis. So just be okay with that for now. I'll do some more videos about that, but don't worry so much about it, about the polarity, about what you might be reading or thinking or saying or hearing. Evolve into something better. I also have, and I'll attach to this video, exit fear and enter love. What you want to do is you want to see if you could just manage the fear thought forms that come in via different vehicles in your everyday. The negative thought form travels on bands of electromagnetic energy. which is directly connected to your system, your energy system in your body. So be a little aware that, everything that comes in needs to be dealt with, no doubt, and you need to do something about it, no doubt, but don't panic. Don't panic with the chaos. Don't panic with the crisis. Understand that there are higher beings that are also with us that are trying very hard to balance and align us during this crisis. The issue is that our frequency has to match the divine frequency of the angels, of the guides, of the spiritual people in the realm of spirit, so that they can kind of nudge their way in. So we are totally and completely in crisis, and they can't come in on crisis because they're higher energy. Um, and think about it. If you were higher energy and you saw crisis over there, would you be like, yeah, I'm going? You would be like, yeah, no, I'll wait until they come out of the crisis, whatever that might be, mental, emotional, spiritual, physical crisis, and then we'll send in the troops, the angelic troops or the spiritual troops. So whomever you need, but they won't come in and they can't come in when we're in deeply embedded in that type of crisis energy, negative energy. That doesn't mean they're powerless. It just means that their power is lessened because of that. So I want to see if today you could do a simple exercise. I like simplicity. My whole practice is based on ease and simplicity and nobody freaking out. So what you want to do, and you could do it now, you could use your conscious imagination and see they could be crystal steps, they could be wooden steps. Just see a set of steps, a spiral staircase. It doesn't matter what you see in your conscious imagination. Envision yourself walking up those steps now. Let's do 13 steps. So each step you get calmer. Each step you raise your frequency a little bit more. Your energy goes up a little bit more. It doesn't matter what your mind is thinking at you or saying to you or whatever your thoughts are. Don't worry about them, but also don't turn from the steps and start to talk to them instead of doing the steps, which might happen. So again, you're going up these steps, the fourth step, fifth, sixth, and then you're like, wow, okay, you might be feeling a little bit better. Your thought forms might be, your negative thought forms might be a little less. And then what happens is you get to the eighth and the ninth step and you start to raise. There you go. You're raising your vibration. All right, simple way to raise your vibration. Then by the time you get to the 13th step, you're going to see a platform. Some people see a light path. I love light paths. They're my most favorite things. I should do a little YouTube video on them. I love them. So you could see a light path, which I would love for you to see, off to the left. And then you might see chairs, or you might see a beach or some of your favorite, maybe the woods. You might see something like that. And I want you to go over there and just sit. So in 30 seconds or less than 30 seconds, you just raise your vibration. All right. That doesn't mean it stays raised. All right. It's not a quick fix. This is a crisis helper tool. So I want you to utilize it when you're feeling down, when you're feeling upset, when you read something or say something or someone says something to you, when you're like not yourself, right? When you're not your inner self, you're kind of manipulated by outer circumstances, which are not healthy for you. So stay up on, for now, you can stay up there on the platform, sitting in your chair or sitting in the woods, wherever you are, and relax, open, receive. Okay. So I want you to breathe, open, relax, receive, and they will see you. The realm of spirit is very, very active. Never, ever underestimate them. They can do an enormous amount, but with humanity in that type of crisis, those in the realm of spirit are having a very difficult time reaching us. I want them to reach you today. I want them to reach you today. I want them to reach you tomorrow. I want them to reach you all the time. That is my goal. That's my job, to teach people how to open and receive those in the realm of spirit, to help them have a better life, to raise their frequency, to help them emotionally, mentally, and physically. You're all in crisis. All right? We're not going to make pretend it's not there. I'm not going to make pretend that all of a sudden we're going to snap our fingers, it's going to get better. It takes time. Raising your vibration takes time, and it takes energy, and it takes focus. I need you to do that. If you want to feel better about what's going on in your own life, I don't care what's going on in the outer worlds. in third dimension. I care what's going on in your life, and your life matters to you. It must matter to you, so much so that nothing else matters but you, your family, and the love that you feel for them, and everything else needs to go for now. And then we will talk more about it and how you develop more of your higher frequency. So then the negative thought forms and the negative emotional and physical and mental anxieties will diminish. They will diminish. And you know how I know they'll diminish? Because I have been working with these worlds for almost 30 years. I have been where you are. And on occasion, I'm still where you are, but I have tools. Tools are very important. You need tools in your everyday. That doesn't mean you can meditate, you can listen to my Patreon page, do all of that. But when you're like in the world, and when the world starts to annoy you and bother you and irritate you, that is when you need the quick tools. The quick tool that I just gave you, the steps, the platform, and sitting, that should do it for you for now. And then you work on it. We're all working very hard to be balanced. It's not easy, but at least we could, give those in the realm of spirit a little help to see us so that, we feel better, they feel better, and the chaos is not residing in us. The divine energies are residing. Okay? All right, my powerful souls, keep being powerful. Try not to worry. Do the simple tool. And I have a lot of different things on social media. The Patreon page is really excellent. The Realm of Spirit really guided me to do some really good meditations there and talks there. I do some here too, but that is like you can access that anytime, and you could do that anytime. So if you're freaking out during the course of your day, get onto Patreon, listen to a podcast. They transmit through there. I don't know how they do that, but I love that. And then it'll calm you. Okay, let's try it. Give it a try. All right, there's free content too. The paid content is like $4 a month. The other worlds want you to have it, so they don't charge. They do free content through me. I'm a channel, so they talk to me. And they also do paid content because paid content does help me. I'm not going to lie. So I need both. And they need both because they need me to channel what they say. Okay? Love you. All right. Hang in there. Be good. Remember your tools.